I am on my way to King LASIK, where I got my LASIK surgery for my 1 week appointment. So I'm getting some glare or some haloing with car lights when I'm driving and stuff, which is, that's going to happen with age anyway, a little bit. So I'm okay with that, but it's a little bit exaggerated now. And then also my vision is still pretty blurred far away. Like I can read, stop signs and stuff like that where I couldn't before, but like little text, like street sign names and stuff, if they're not like right within probably 25 to 50 feet, I can't read them. So I want to see if maybe I need to get driving glasses as well as readers, and then just, wear my glasses for driving when I drive and vice versa, which would be fine. I don't mind that. I can keep a pair of glasses here in the car and only wear them when I drive. I'll get the transitions that are sunglasses as well, so not a big deal. But, I'm hoping that over time, because I did read with some issues, like with some people's prescription or whatever, or sight issues, it can take up to like 6 months before you fully gain the vision for the distance that you were supposed to get with the surgery. So I'm fine with that as long as I have something that allows me to see temporarily until that happens. I really like the people from King LASIK. They're very cool. So I just heard that Iran bombed 3 bases, U.S. bases, in Syria. Now, I don't know any details yet, so I have no idea. I'm speaking out of my ass right now, but my initial thought is, this is the kind of thing that we've had coming. This is the kind of thing that our foreign policy promotes. Our foreign policy is horrible. We are the terrorists that we say we are fighting in many countries. We have been bombing Syria for a very long time. Israel is bombing Syria. And it was just a matter of time before there were other countries powerful enough to stand up to us. And this is the blowback. This is the repercussions of our foreign policy. This was inevitable. If we weren't trying to be the policeman of the world, we wouldn't be in this situation. And I truly believe that. I have never liked our foreign policy. I feel like, Ron Paul had the best idea, and he was called an isolationist, and that's not what he is or was at all. He's not talking about isolationism. He's talking about non-interventionism, which is completely different. That's not intervening with other governments. You guys realize how many different governments we have overthrown elections? We have meddled in elections. I mean, look at Venezuela, where, we tried to put in Juan Guaido. We try to put in people that are positive to U.S. influence, and this stuff backfires. And then we get all bent out of shape and say that Russia interfered in our elections. Like, give me a break. Our elections are a sham. Russia wouldn't even be able to manipulate our elections because our U.S. government is manipulating it enough. Like, it's completely manipulated. It is not an actual electoral system. And we're out here saying that we're overthrowing these governments to bring democracy, when we don't even have it here. We do not have democracy in this country, and it's ridiculous. And so that is how we sell our foreign policy. We're out here spreading peace, love, and democracy because everybody deserves democracy. But you don't spread that. You don't spread peace by killing innocent civilians, and that's what we do. 90% or more of people killed in these drone strikes that we do and these attacks that we do are innocent civilian. And if you listen to the people over there, we're including any male child that is military age or older is considered a militant. So that's why that percentage goes down, because they can say we got a military target if it was a male child of military age, not even a child in the military, just of military age. Obama's administration assassinated Ibrahim al-Awlaki who was a 13-year-old child that was not involved in any of this, but he happened to be the child of Anwar al-Awlaki, who they had a problem with because he was out there trying to, he was educating people. He was educating people, basically telling kids, just because United States soldiers come here and kill your family members, they're not all terrorists. I saw a video that I had on Vimeo that ended up getting deleted, where he was specifically talking about that, talking to kids in those areas and saying we can't hate all Americans because of what American government does. So, our foreign policy has been like this for a long time, and it was bound to get us into a situation like this. But now, what's going to happen? Well, I still got to go look into the information. I got to read it before I really speak about it. But I knew when Hamas attacked Israel and they started saying that Iran provided the weapons, I knew that this was a precursor to a war with Iran. And now, if Iran really hit 3 U.S. bases in Syria, that's it. We will be going to war with Iran. Biden was in the middle of a speech and he said, I got to go to the situation room. There's a situation, and that's what it was. So buckle up, people, because I think we are legitimately entering into World War III, and I feel like we've already been there. I feel like we've been there, with all of our NATO expansion for a while. But I got to go in. I'll pick this up when I'm done. All right, just got done. Got a prescription for driving glasses so that I can drive. I can drive. I can see good enough to drive. Like, things are blurry. Like, I can't read signs for like exit signs and stuff until I'm pretty close to them, but enough that it's not a problem. Like, it's way better than it was when I had my glasses, or without my glasses. And even with my glasses, because the prescription would start to go out over the year, I always had, things were still kind of blurry. So, but anyway, back to what I was saying about, our foreign policy. I just wish that there was a way that we, the people, could reel in our foreign policy, protect our own borders, close all the military bases overseas. We don't need them. All it is intimidation tactics. We don't need those bases. We are not the policemen of the world, and we should not be. If we closed all those bases, brought all those soldiers home, put all that money that we send to the military back into our economy, we could again be the richest nation in the world with a middle class. But the way that we blow money now and have basically eliminated the middle class, that's not possible. And it drives me insane. So I would love for us to, we have over 900 bases around the world, and this is the whole reason that Putin is pissed at us, is because he said, don't expand NATO, but we continue to expand NATO. We created NATO to basically control the USSR, or keep them kind of like watch them. They were just our ally in liberating the Jews and defeating Hitler. They are more responsible for ending World War II than we are. We came in at the last minute and took all the credit, but the majority of credit goes to Russia. They lost roughly 20 million people or something like that, but somewhere between 20 and 25 million people during that war. So they bled for us. They bled for the world, and then we turn around and smack them in the face and start NATO. And they'll have you believe Putin wants to expand his military and do all this shit, like take over. Next he's gonna go to Poland. He wants to take over Ukraine. Trust me, if Putin wanted Ukraine, he'd have it by now. He would completely have it. He completely could have just leveled Ukraine and took it over if he wanted to. He has the ability to do that, but that's not what he's done. So I'm hoping that, level heads prevail in this Iran thing. I can't wait to get home and start looking into what actually has gone on. If you guys know more about it, let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear it. But man, our foreign policy at some point is going to get us into a lot of trouble. And I feel like we might have reached that point. I think we are there. You have Russia, China, and now Iran hitting Syria. China sending warships towards Israel. Russia sending warships towards Israel. We're there. We are there. And it's all because of what we have done around the world. This has nothing to do with Hamas. This has nothing to do with any of that shit. This is what the United States has been pushing for, because there's money in war. So thanks you guys so much again for watching. Hopefully you're liking these. I just like recording these conversations and putting it out kind of like just a long form podcast conversation. I really want you to join in the conversation in the comments, and I'll try to bring up some of your comments on screen in some of these videos and actually reply to your comments. So please comment, join the discussion, keep it as civil as you can. Some of you are like, sorry for using foul language. I don't care. Talk how you talk. Use foul language, whatever you want to do, but let's have conversations down in the comments. We're going to have deeper discussions, so if you go over to redacted.locals.com, that's redacted.locals.com, and join that community, and I'm going to be posting members-only content over there for you guys, and there's going to be other stuff over there as well from Natalie and Clayton, so go over there and join, and we'll have deeper discussions. All right, thanks you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Peace!